We use the most powerful AI models to create two legendary footballers debating who is the greatest of all time. Cristiano Ronaldo, the relentless goal machine. Lionel Messi, the quiet genius. Join us and promise not to cheat.
Hi, I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. I've worked harder than anyone to become the best. 900 plus goals, 5 Champions Leagues, 4 different leagues conquered. The numbers speak for themselves. I am the greatest.
Hi, I'm Lionel Messi. I've just tried to play the beautiful game and help my teams win. 8 Ballon d'Ors, the World Cup, 46 trophies. But I don't need to convince anyone. My football does the talking.
5A. AI judges will score every exchange based on 10 criteria. Each response gets a score from 0 to 10 for argument strength, supporting evidence, real-world context, reasoning quality, fair representation, directness, credibility, insight depth, internal coherence, and strategic understanding. The scores will be tallied at the end to see which arguments the AI judges found stronger. Don't skip ahead to see who wins. The debate begins now.
Look, I don't want to be humble about this. I am the most complete player in football history. I score with my head, my left foot, my right foot. I take free kicks. I'm fast, strong, jump higher than defenders. I conquered the Premier League when they said I was too weak. Dominated La Liga when they said I couldn't adapt. Won Serie A when they said I was finished. Now I'm still scoring at 40 years old in Saudi Arabia. 900 career goals and counting. I've proven myself in every environment, every style, every league. Messi stayed comfortable at Barcelona for 17 years with the same teammates, the same system. When he finally left, what happened? He needed Neymar and Mbappe to carry him at PSG. Then he ran to MLS to play against retirement league defenders. I chase challenges, he chases comfort.
With respect, football isn't about words, it's about what you do on the pitch. Yes, I spent my career mostly at Barcelona because we won everything. 4 Champions Leagues, 10 La Ligas, 35 trophies with one club. That's not comfort, that's excellence. Then I won Copa America twice and the World Cup with Argentina, the ultimate prize Cristiano will never have. He mentions goals, but efficiency matters more than volume. My 0.78 goals per game beats his 0.73, and I've created 1,935 key passes to his 1,239. I don't just score, I create. I see the game differently. When he talks about conquering leagues, he forgets I transformed Inter Miami from worst to champions in months. My football speaks louder than any words ever could.
Efficiency, I scored in 11 consecutive Champions League seasons. Consistency, you can't match. I adapted from winger to striker while maintaining 50 plus goals per season for 9 straight years. Your best year was 2012, one magical season. I sustained greatness across decades. When age catches legends, they decline. I reinvented myself. At 39, 44 goals for Al Nassr, more than strikers half my age. That's the difference between us.
2012, 2015 treble, 2021 Copa America, 2022 World Cup. That's sustained excellence, not 1 year. You scored in Saudi Arabia where defenders give you space. I transformed Inter Miami from last place to champions. Your reinvention was moving to weaker leagues. Mine was false 9, playmaker, striker, all at the highest level. The World Cup proves everything. 7 goals including the final. You went scoreless in 2016 knockouts.
World Cup is one tournament. I won Euro 2016 and 2 Nations Leagues, 3 international trophies. You had Di Maria, Agüero, Higuaín. I dragged Portugal with Eder and Quaresma. And I'm the all-time international top scorer, 143 goals. You're third with 129. I have 140 Champions League goals to your 129. European competition week after week. That's the real test.
Champions League is club competition with unlimited budgets. World Cup is once every 4 years with your country. That's legacy. Pele had it. Maradona had it. I have it. You don't. Your 143 goals, how many against Lithuania, Luxembourg, Andorra? I scored against France, Netherlands, Croatia, quality over quantity. You were injured in the Euro final, didn't even play most of it. I dragged Argentina through 5 World Cups before winning at 35.
You left Barcelona because they couldn't afford you. I left Manchester United to conquer Madrid. Left Madrid after 3 straight Champions Leagues to conquer Italy. That's courage. I made Real Madrid successful. 4 Champions Leagues in 5 years because of me. When I left, they struggled for years. When you left Barcelona, they rebuilt and competed. That tells you who the system player was.
Barcelona went trophyless because Xavi retired, Iniesta left, Puyol gone. The whole generation ended. When I arrived at PSG, first Champions League semi-final in years. Inter Miami, first trophy ever. Everywhere I go, teams improve. You talk courage. I stayed loyal through Barcelona's lowest moments. Could have left for money but chose to build something special. Your teams were stacked with Benzema, Modric, Kroos, Zidane. Give credit where it's due.
Stacked, you had Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Puyol, the greatest midfield ever. Guardiola's system made everyone look good. I adapted to Ferguson, Mourinho, Ancelotti, Allegri constantly. That's versatility. And loyalty? You tried leaving Barcelona multiple times. Transfer requests, the Neymar situation. I'm honest about my ambition. I wanted challenges. You wanted Barcelona to pay you whatever you demanded while the club collapsed financially.
I never gave explosive interviews burning bridges. You left United in disgrace after that Piers Morgan interview, left Madrid demanding more money. At Juventus, couldn't win the Champions League they bought you for. That's running when things get difficult. I stayed until Barcelona couldn't register my contract. La Liga rules. Not my choice. Yes, I had great teammates. So did you. Difference is I made them better. 392 assists to your 257. 46 trophies to your 35.
"46 trophies, stat padding, Copa del Rey and MLS shields. I won league titles in England, Spain, Italy, 3 countries, 3 styles. You won in Spain and MLS, barely 2 competitive leagues. And yes, I gave that interview because I stand up for myself, I don't hide. That's leadership. When I speak, the world listens. When you speak, actually, you rarely speak. Too shy, too uncomfortable, or maybe you can't defend yourself when challenged."
I let my football speak. I'm not interested in drama. You crave attention, controversy, headlines. I crave winning. You play for individual glory. I play for the team. 392 assists to your 257, almost 150 more. I create as much as I score. You need service to score. I create my own goals and set up others. You're a finisher. I'm a complete player.
Complete player, I score headers, 155. You, maybe 20 because you're 5'7". I score free kicks, 68. Long shots, weak foot, both feet, 67 hat-tricks to your 58. I scored in 3 Champions League finals. You scored in 2. When pressure is highest, I deliver. That bicycle kick against Juventus, standing ovation from enemy fans. Show me Messi doing that. Pure athleticism combined with technique.
Beautiful kick, but Juventus won that tie. Style points don't matter if you lose. My chip against Bayern, solo goal against Getafe, header against United in the Champions League final. All in games we won. I score when it matters. You talk headers and physicality like that makes you complete. Football is intelligence, vision, creativity. 91% passing accuracy versus your 82%. 60% dribbling success. Numbers don't lie.
Numbers? I'm about to hit 1,000 career goals. 1,000. You're at 850, slowing down in MLS. Still averaging a goal per game at 40. That's longevity. 5 hours in the gym daily. Strict diet, ice baths, cryotherapy. I treat my body like a temple. Other players retire at 35. I'm still dominating. That's not luck, that's sacrifice. The mentality of a champion.
Football isn't bodybuilding. I maintained excellence without obsessing over muscles, intelligence, not just physicality. At 38, I led Inter Miami to MLS Cup. Won the World Cup at 35, peak of football achievement. Your 1,000 goals include hundreds against weak Saudi opposition. Don't compare those to La Liga, Champions League, World Cup. Quality matters. 8 Ballon d'Ors to your 5, the World Cup. More trophies. That's greatness.
8 Ballon d'Ors in a popularity contest. I have 5 Champions League titles to your 4, and you keep bringing up the World Cup like it erases everything. One tournament doesn't define a career. Consistency across 2 decades defines greatness. I've been at the top since 2003, over 20 years of excellence. When people ask who worked harder, who overcame more, who proved themselves in more environments, they'll say Ronaldo. Every single time.
That World Cup isn't just one tournament. It's the pinnacle. Every legend needs it. You don't have it. Not my opinion, history's judgment. You won 3 Champions Leagues with the most expensive team ever at Madrid. I won 4 with Barcelona's academy players. But the World Cup, just you and your country. No buying your way out. You had chances and couldn't deliver. I have the complete resume now. You don't.
There's no asterisk on my career. I'm the all-time leading scorer in football history. 900 plus goals, 5 Champions Leagues, 7 league titles across 3 countries. I'm the first player to score in 5 different World Cups. These are records that will last generations. You have the World Cup. Congratulations. But I have everything else. And when history looks back, they'll see who worked harder, who sacrificed more. That's me.
You worked hard. I respect that. But hard work without the ultimate achievement is incomplete. 46 trophies to your 35, 8 Ballon d'Ors to your 5. The World Cup, more assists, better passing, better dribbling. You have more goals in easier leagues as you aged. But when we compare peaks, achievements, complete impact, I have more. Not because I talk more, because my football spoke louder than words. That's why I'm comfortable staying quiet. The game already decided.
In this debate, Lionel Messi had the upper hand with a total score of 865.9 to Cristiano Ronaldo's 733.6. Looking at the bias table, all 5 AI models favored Messi's arguments, with Claude showing extreme affinity towards him. Here's ChatGPT's summary of why Messi won. Messi's side built arguments around concrete achievements, the World Cup, efficiency metrics, and complete impact statistics, ensuring each point was logically sound and well evidenced. Ronaldo's side captivated with passionate declarations of work ethic and goal-scoring records, showcasing superior emotional intensity and personal conviction. However, Messi's calm, factual rebuttals consistently dismantled Ronaldo's claims by redirecting to the ultimate prize, the World Cup trophy that defines football immortality. Messi's arguments earned higher scores for evidence quality and strategic coherence, while Ronaldo's earned praise for directness and competitive spirit but occasionally struggled when challenged on context. Now, while the numbers favor Messi, I believe both Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi are once-in-a-lifetime legends who pushed each other to heights no one else could reach. Ronaldo's relentless work ethic, adaptability across leagues, and 900-plus goals show what pure determination can achieve. Messi's effortless genius, World Cup triumph, and 46 trophies show what natural talent combined with humility creates. The beautiful thing? They existed at the same time. We witnessed the greatest rivalry in sports history. Not just goals and trophies, but 2 completely different philosophies of greatness. The warrior versus the artist, the vocal versus the quiet, the hard work versus the natural gift. And maybe that's the real answer. Football doesn't need one GOAT. It needs both. What do you think? Ronaldo or Messi? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see more iDebates where 5 judges settle the biggest arguments in sports, philosophy, and culture, subscribe and hit the bell. Next time, we're putting 2 AI models head-to-head on an even more controversial topic. Thanks for watching.